Okay, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing?
Great.
Good.
Okay, so here's my name, Rong. You can write it down now. And yeah, today I'll talk about myself and my research work at Purdue. And to start, I would like you guys to look at the handout that is given to you guys about the agenda for my presentation. So I'll start with my background and then my research interest plus area, and then research topic, and then at last I'll talk about the conclusion and then a 5-minute Q&A. So if you have any questions during my presentation, that'll be a good time for me to answer those questions. So are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. My background. So my major is food science. Does anyone here know that we have this at Purdue? I know you do. Okay, that's good. So yeah, there are some people. Yeah, that's good. So the first question is, why do I choose this as my major? So everything started back when I was an exchange student in Nebraska. So I joined FFA, stands for Futures Farmers of America. Again, people know that if you're from the Midwest. Does anyone know? Good. And then, so as a member of FFA, I joined some competitions in food science, and I thought, hey, this is something very interesting, and I can do that as my major at universities. Then I went to Purdue, finished my bachelor's degree in food science. The reason I chose Purdue are two things. First, they have a very reputable food science program. Second, it's cost effective. Okay. Then I met with my current PI, and I've been working with her since then. And then this is my first year of my master's degree, focusing on this research area called Foods for Health. So now I'm going to tell you what exactly is Foods for Health. What do we do in this area? So in Foods for Health, we study food ingredients that has a significant amount of nutrients and then some components that can be beneficial to human health. So this a common research target or object that we use a lot in Foods for Health, it's called superfoods. Anyone know this term? And can you give me an example of superfood? Okay, then on the handout I put like two examples here. One is salmon, another is chia seed. So for salmon, it is rich in, I think it's omega-3. It's a healthy fat for human, and then salmon also has vitamins and some proteins as well. And then chia seeds, has a significant amount of fiber content, and we all know fiber is good for our digestive system to keep it running. And then so that's the overview of like superfood and what kind of stuff that we can use in Foods for Health area. But there's one food category that we missed a lot, or we don't talk about enough in the Foods for Health area. Again, does anyone know what that is? It's on the handout. Yes.
Insects.
Yes. So I know people will argue that insect is not technically a food because of its appearance or just the taste or anything, overall impression. But it's not a new thing that we already have insects incorporated to food products. So the example I put in here, it's called protein-enriched pasta. What do I mean by that? So when you go to a supermarket, you can see all kinds of products that always say we have like 10 to 15 grams of protein. So everything has protein now. And then for pasta manufacturers, they think, yeah, I have to follow this kind of trend and I can gain some profits from it. So I want to put protein in pasta, not just only carbs anymore. But what kind of protein source should I use to put into pasta? They tried animal protein source, which is like you can just get it from meat, so it's not really necessary, or plant-based protein. But if you guys try soy before, you can taste some sort of aftertaste. It's weird. So they think, yeah, now we can try insects. And surprisingly, insect doesn't bring any sort of aftertaste or weird flavor or color changes during the process. And then in general, edible insects are high in protein. So we can definitely use that in the product. So this is a successful case in the industry. But how about like insect protein application in research? So now I'm going to talk about my research topic, protein of edible insects. So why do we care about the insect protein? People will argue that I just have my diet with my animal meat or plant-based meat. I should have enough protein. But there's something missing from animal meat and plant-based meat. There are some nutrients that you cannot get from them. But insect, they have a very complete nutrient compared to those. So that's why in the foods for health area, we also said foods can be a supplement or as a medicine. So what kind of health benefits we have already found in edible insects? So I put two things here. First is anti-obesity. So in general, it's more like weight control. So a very common commercial drug for weight control, it's called Ozempic. Familiar with that? Yeah, we can always see like some influencers on social media to say, yeah, you just have one injection and then you can lose like 5 to 10 pounds in like a month, and you don't have to exercise. Yes, it works. It's artificial, so like in the long run, it may not be good for you. But how about insect protein? First, it's natural, and as I said, it's a supplement. So you just add a little bit into your daily diet, and then problem solved. So like theoretically, this should work. And then another thing I put it here is antioxidants. So what I mean by antioxidant is I put skincare. So when we get like aging, it's mostly about like oxidation, like skin or like our appearance. So you can see wrinkles or sometimes pigment sedimentation, which is not like ideal based on like the beauty standard nowadays. And then this kind of insect protein can help either reduce the chance of oxidation or just slow down the overall process. So again, like skincare products, they can be artificial. They apply to your skin. Like it works, but like irritation or sometimes of like allergic response may happen. So we also want to prevent that. So now you know like how insect proteins, why do we care about it and how we can apply it. Now we have to do the extraction because I don't want to just eat the whole insect because no one wants to do that. So if you flip to the back of the online, I put a general flow diagram of insect protein production. So we start with a whole insect. Then we first remove water. With the water removed, we grind it into a very fine powder. We usually call it a meal. And then from that starting point, we can do organ replication now. And then I only want the protein from the insect. So I will do a acid and base reaction. So it's high school chemistry. You use acid and base to just solely have the protein out from like the whole insect thing. Then once it's out, usually it's precipitation, so like the solids. Then you remove the water again. Now you have just like the pure protein. Then you can do experiment on it. Okay, so that's the overall extraction process. Okay, so time. And then now to just showcase what I'm actually doing now. So this it's like small, but this is in this tube. These are ants. We call it chicatanas. It's on the handout, so you know how to spell it. It's a native ant species you can find in Mexico, and it's known for its taste, a nutty flavor. It has like 30 to 40% of fat, so it tastes very good. Yeah, that's the only way I can put it because like I tried it before. Yeah, and then so with this, we're going to try to extract the protein from it and then test on its health benefits in the lab, and then see how it will actually make it like either a superfood or beneficial for human health. So that's the overview of my research topic and what I'm trying to aim for. So in conclusion, we already know what is foods for health, what I'm doing in this area, and then what insects can be beneficial to human health, and then how we can apply them. And that's pretty much about my presentation, and I'm happy to take questions. And then first question for you guys. Anyone wants to try this? Yeah. I'll just like Yeah, take a little bit. Yeah, it's dry. It's like roasted, so it's like there's no moisture.
I'm glad you didn't bring the crickets.
The crickets.
Yeah, we used to try like give. Oh my god. Ooh, that's a lot. I know. I know. Okay. Justin, you want some?
I'm all right for now, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, though.
Pretty dry.
Taste anything nutty?
Like bacon.
Yeah. That's a good use.
Well, now I'm tempted. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
It kind of tastes like bacon.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's roasted and it has like some sort of fat in there, so it makes it taste like good or like bacon. Okay, now to like the actual question time. Yes.
I know one of the professors that works with edible insects often says that like shrimp are bugs of the sea. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, she put it that way. Like shrimp as an insect in the sea. That's because it's shell, the exoskeleton. So for insects, they use they have how should I say, the composition of their shell is made by something called chitin. That's the same composition as the shrimp. But yeah, she can put it that way because of that. That's as far as I know. So yeah, chitin makes it the shrimp, the bug in the sea. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
How do you how are superfoods classified as superfoods? Is it like they have a lot of like a certain vitamin?
Not only surviving, but like in comparison, if they have a significant amount of nutrient or like vitamins, yeah, we can call it like superfood. Like berries, they have a compound called anthocyanin. In other words, it's a very good antioxidant. So people eat that for like beauty products. So like in comparison, berries it's just like superior compared to like others.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Yours.
I got a question. So, like going back to your like insects and food and stuff. So, like I'd always been told that like peanut butter
Mm-hmm.
has like a really like the FDA like allows like a lot of
Yes.
insects to be in peanut butter. Like, is
Yeah.
that true?
I mean,
Do you know
from the
anything?
quality control perspective, yeah, you can find like a very small piece of insect in like the whole, maybe like 10 gallons peanut butter. But like from a safety perspective, it shouldn't cause any issue. Unless there's like 10 gallons, there's like half gallons of insect in there. That's like a huge health like issue. Yeah, as far as you can imagine. Okay. Answer your question.
Yeah, thank you.
If we transition to more insect-based proteins,
Yeah.
do you think that would introduce more insect-based farms?
Yes, that is correct. Like, from like the farm system, like animal meat will take like more land and water and even like more energy. And insect, they have a relatively short life cycle, which means from babies to like adults, you only take like less than a month or something. So it's more efficient, and then you use less land and resources to grow them. So yes, that can happen, but it's just more like people are they going to accept the idea of eating insect? So we have to do extra processing. Yeah. That is a question. Okay.
So what would be the possible business models for all these insect farms?
The model?
Business models.
Huh.
Want to start a business?
It's business model. Okay, I'm not an expert in that area. I can do more research and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
What is it about like the insect protein that makes you lose weight? Is it because it's like there's so few calories?
Okay, so that is more technical like terms now. So to put it this way, there's like some enzyme in our body that captures all kinds of like calories or like nutrients from our food. So insect protein, they can like inhibit some of the enzyme to make them capture less calorie from our food. So that kind of like makes you intake less calorie, and then you eventually lose some of the weight because you don't meet like the calorie requirement that you usually do in the past. Yeah. Yes.
Going off of that, would it be unhealthy for people that are too thin? Like, would they lose too much weight, or
I'm
like anorexia?
So yeah, again, I'm saying like insect protein should be more like a supplement or medicine. So you still have your own like daily diet or like your preference, but I'm just adding a little more into your diet. And again, I don't want you to eat like a whole bowl of insects. It's not like feasible, and then like people won't do it. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So like I know you said like you wouldn't just like eat a bowl of insects, but like theoretically, like with insect protein, would that be like healthier than like a red meat protein or like a beef or?
Okay, so again, I said there's like something missing from like the red meat, and then the insect protein can compensate. So that's a very brief, like simple way to put it, but in more details, it's like, do you know what amino acid is?
Yeah.
So like there are like 20 amino acids, and then red meat has like I think like 13 or like 14, even more. But like insect has like all 20 of them. So you're still missing short on some of them. So you add insect in there, then you have like everything. So in comparison, are they like more nutritious? I mean, insect protein, they're more nutritious. Not necessarily, but from like a very small perspective, you want all the amino acids. Yeah, it's like more. It's just better. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.